Previously on the Josh Zodiac podcast.
They finally got it right, and every time you see Becky come out there, talking shit to Nikki Bella, oh, well, you used to be the hot couple, but, oh, you broke up with him and you can't see him anymore. Just all these I'm the best wrestler in the world, according to Sports Illustrated. They say it, and I'm like,
it's not me just saying it. Sports Illustrated.
Yeah,
saying it.
like, dude, she's spitting facts, but what makes it the heel turn so much fun.
Your mother's saying it.
Yeah, it's just
my last lay is saying it.
It's just this heel turn has been incredible. And Lyra, I would have thought that Lyra would have gotten buried, but she's actually come out and now she's working with Bailey, which I think is best for her because she's getting some experience with somebody who's been around for a while. So yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Josh Zodiac podcast, the podcast that has no real agenda and no real script, as far as you know. This is the podcast that is happy that Becky Lynch has the title back, but should she ever lost it at all? We will talk about that on this episode, but before we do that, I do want to promote my other podcast that I'm on before we get to the meat and potatoes here. I am on a new podcast out of Dublin, Ireland called The Wrestling Rewind. I will have the links in the description down below. Also, a newer podcast. I'm sure I promoted it before, but The Real Movie Critics. It's a fairly new podcast where myself, my brother, the Psycho Nerd, and Lord Scuba Cabra review movies, both newer and older movies as well. We just finished Ghostbusters 2 a couple of days ago. That is actually live now. All the links to everything will be down below, so make sure you like, subscribe, and follow all of them. And I hope everybody had a happy new year. I should have led with that, but I hope everybody had a happy new year, and 2026 is a better year than 2025 was. Definitely a lot going on in the world of wrestling right now. I do know when I did the Wrestling Rewind a couple days ago, on Friday actually, something had happened on SmackDown that we were literally able to talk about right as it happened. So, but I don't think that'll drop until Tuesday of this week. But with that being said, join myself, Charles, and Miss Nicole as we talk about the news and upcomings on Raw and Smackdown on WWE. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Josh Zodiac podcast, the podcast that has no real agenda and no real script. This week, we had a lot going on between Raw and Smackdown, some title changes, some we agree with, some we don't agree with. But before we get into those topics, let me introduce my co-host today. First, he is the host and the creator of the Charles Richardson Show.
Wait, time out.
Oh,
ladies first.
Oh,
ladies first. Be a gentleman.
Hey, my fault.
Oh,
wow. I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I've been kind of iffy on the editing lately. And if you haven't seen my other podcast, you'll understand what that means. All right, fine. Ladies first. She has been up and coming pretty fast lately. She is one of my favorites to watch, and I was actually on her live this past Monday on Raw. She is none other than Miss Nicole. How are you, madam?
I'm great. How are y'all?
We are. I can't speak for Charles, but I'm freaking great.
Oh, I'm just living the dream here.
Weird.
And of course, now I can get to him. He's the host and the creator of the Charles Richardson Show. None other than Mr. Charles Richardson. Sir, we haven't seen each other in a minute. How you been?
You know what? It's been almost a year. I mean, it's been back in 2025 since we saw each other. It's a long time between now and 2026.
Wow. All right. Well, a lot to talk about today. Up until about this time yesterday, we were recording on Saturday, but up until this time yesterday on Friday, the top story was going to be about Raw on Netflix. However, something happened on SmackDown that I didn't see coming. Glad it finally happened. But our top story today is going to be Drew McIntyre is your new undisputed WWE champion. Miss Nicole, what are your thoughts on that?
They finally
I'm gonna sit back and grab the popcorn.
Hold on.
they finally gave the whiny little bitch a title.
Wow.
He finally is getting his 5 minutes of fame. Maybe we can move on with our lives now.
I thought he got those 5 minutes after he won the title the first time, and Seth Rollins got somebody cashed in on him.
Oh, you mean the first time he won it was with no crowd? So
well, no, second time.
No, talking about with Damien. Yeah, he had 5 minutes.
Well, see, the funny part about that is if he had not gloated to Punk and Punk hadn't beaten the snot out of him, I don't think Damien would have cashed in. I mean, he was a problem.
He had just left Punk the hell alone. That's why I said he's a whiny little bitch. That's why.
Fair enough. Okay, so she's a Cody crybaby, but she's not a fan. She's not a fan of the Drew crybabies. Fair enough. Charles, your thoughts, sir?
Wait. That's it. That's it.
That's she and I talked before we went live, and she made it very clear. She's like, "Fuck Drew, fuck Drew." And I'm like, as an Irishman, I get it because he's Scottish. I totally get it. But
I will say this. I don't like that Cody lost it to Drew. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But it did need a title change. It was time for a title change. I will say that. It was time. But to do it on SmackDown and it to be Drew, I have a problem with it.
Well, at least it wasn't Roman Reigns. I think we can all agree on. I think Roman's had his time. What, 1,400 days?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, God, I hope not. Ugh. Charles, anything you want to add to that?
Oh, yeah, I got my own thing. First off, props to Drew. Finally getting him back in there because let's be honest, he was the champion during a COVID year. Yep. He championed to no crowd whatsoever. Champion basically with a big asterisk. Now, we thought it was going to happen last time, but then again, his mouth got in the way. And, listen, I'm going to agree with her and say, yeah, he's a little crybaby bitch. I mean, I get it. So I'm not going to disagree with it. He's a heel, and it's time that the top star is a heel. I really do think Drew needed a shot, and I've been thinking this for a while now. And also for the Cody crybabies, Cody didn't quite lose to Drew.
Fair,
right?
Interference, so there wasn't it made Cody look weak bullshit. It was basically Fatu coming back, wanting to get revenge on Drew. Now, listen, if Cody was smart, let Fatu beat the shit out of Drew and Cody escapes. But no, Cody had to say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Fatu ain't having that. Fatu ain't having none of that. You go get your ass beat. While you got your ass beat, Drew go ahead like a handicapped person that got both legs cut off, crawls his ass to the edge of the ring, or gets the door open, and he wins the title. So now Cody's going to have beef with Fatu, and Fatu should be in there, but they're going to have a tournament and Fatu's name's on there. So he might do the Rumble. So we'll see.
That's fair. Yeah.
But back to the point is Drew deserves this. He really does deserve this. He was a big guy to beat Brock Lesnar. Excuse me, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, if you're gonna say it, you gotta do it right. Yeah.
you beat Brock Lesnar for the title, and you don't really have a chance to show it off in front of a live crowd. I think that is disappointing. And the fact that it took this long to actually write him back into the championship storyline, I think is great. Cody's been a great champion. I think it was time to put somebody else over besides Cena, because you know why you put Cena over. I mean, that's now we got to figure out, why is Drew put over? What do they have in store for him? So it begs a lot of, what's next?
Yeah.
We already know Sammy wants a piece. We already know that.
God, no.
But,
God, no.
But anyway, props to Drew. I think this was a good choice. And to have it as a wow SmackDown moment instead of a PLE, I think it's even better.
I had a problem with that.
Why? What do you have a problem with titles changing hands on SmackDown? Do you just have a problem with titles changing hands outside of a PLE?
Some of them.
Okay.
Some of them, and especially Cody, because I love Cody. But I feel like if you're gonna give it to Drew, at least give him his time on a PLE. Like,
well, this is kind of a PLE for Drew because it is Germany, right? It was in Germany. Pretty close, and now he gets to go ahead and bring it back home to Scotland, right? Is it they're
he's in Glasgow now,
right? Exactly. So
in front of his own crowd,
this is perfect. I mean, I guess that's kind of like how they wrote it anyway.
Yeah, they wrote it in there really, really well.
Yep.
My take on this is that why is Drew not in jail for stealing people's things? Seriously. I mean, he stole Cody's Rolex. He stole CM Punk's little bracelet that his wife gave him. He's a thief. He's a freaking he's a klepto.
How come Cody's not in jail for doing a home invasion?
Ooh, that's a very valid point.
I mean, if you really want to go WWE law enforcement, that's really they'll let everything go.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew did go out there where Cody was. So I mean,
listen, let's all agree both these assholes should be locked up.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And Nick Aldis was an accomplice.
They got locked up for about 6 minutes in a steel cage. That's their jail.
Hey, but you know what? Let's all agree that Dirty Dom is the hardest man in WWE because he stayed in jail overnight and got the teardrop tattoo. So come on, that's the real thug.
Agree too that 3 stages of hell match was not 3 stages of hell.
No, it wasn't.
No,
match is not hell.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, second match wasn't hell either, but it's like,
or the third one.
I guess it's just a matter.
What about an Inferno match? When was the last time we saw one of those?
Probably
exactly.
Wayne Bryant against LA Knight. I think was the last one I saw. And that was right before he passed away. So all right. Moving now, we'll go back to the story that was going to be the top story. Raw had an anniversary of being on Netflix for 1 year, and they had a Stranger Things theme to it. Yet there was no cast members from the freaking show there. Charles, what did you think of the 1 year anniversary of Raw on Netflix? I keep wanting to say Raw and Smackdown. I know that's not right. My mind keeps wanting to say it, and I have to correct myself. So what did you think of the first year of Raw on Netflix?
Just to be clear, Millie Bobby Brown's over 18, right?
I don't even know who that is.
That's 11 from Stranger Things.
I've never watched the show. So
I think she has because it's been so long since that. So basically, I would have just taken fantasizing about Millie Bobby Brown over watching this stupid fucking thing. Wow, it was listen, it was cool. They had the van in there, and cool. They had the demigod all over the place, and it's some good CGI shit. But you know what? What the fuck was it all about? Oh, that's right. It's correlation with Netflix. And I have a Stranger Things. You're not going to have any of the fucking stars in attendance.
Yep.
That's because they don't agree with it. They don't care. So that's how I feel. I don't care. Show me the fucking matches. Get the story straight.
And the fact that Michael Cole had a hard time getting out of the ambulance was pretty funny to me. Like Corey's like trying to talk, and then Michael's like, "Hey, hold on, I'm 100. I gotta." which I can relate. I'm old too. So it's like, hold on, how am I gonna get out of here? How far down?
Right.
How far down is that?
It's a fucking fan. Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you know, when you have bad knees, you know, a 3-foot drop hurts. So,
bad knees. You went ahead and you wrestled in WrestleMania and you have bad knees. Come on now.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Cole? What did you think of Raw this past week?
It was normal as fuck. I just felt like I was watching a normal episode of Raw.
Yep.
I will say the only thing from this whole thing that I thought was cool is they had a Stranger Things WWE title, which I thought would look kind of cool. Again, I'm not a fan of the show. I've never watched it, but I was looking at that going, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I'm not going to go out and buy it. Somebody else can buy it.
Right.
But it did look pretty cool. I do agree. The only thing that really saved this show was probably that they were hyping up the main event between Braun Breaker and CM Punk, which a year ago, same situation. They hyped up Rollins versus Punk. And I feel like I'm still on the fence which one was better. I think the Punk Rollins one is probably better only because of the emotional attachment that these two men have towards each other. So, and the fact that we saw Braun damn near kill himself in the middle of that match, it's like, well, okay, cool. And
I've never seen him botch that much.
He's never missed that move until that time, and I'm like, whoa, oops. But thankfully, he's good. He's a big guy. You know, he's got a. I think he didn't even have a neck. I think it's just head and shoulders. There's no neck in between.
Right.
It's like Brock Lesnar. You know, the freaking muscles back here are like way up here. Now, this next topic, I know everybody, with the exception of myself, we were tired of talking about it, but it happened on Raw, so we're going to talk about it. Becky Lynch is the new Intercontinental Champion after beating Maxine Dupree. I'll start with you, Miss Nicole. Should WWE have put the belt back on Becky after Maxine had it for like, what, a month?
Hell no, they shouldn't have put it back on the damn tempo. I'm sick of Becky.
Oh. Well,
like, I'm sick of Becky. And then how you gonna build Maxine up to be this? I'm trying to make it sound nice.
No, don't make it sound
no.
Fucking point.
Charles here has called her the C word on this show.
She's a cunt.
Oh, he said it. He fucking said it.
I have a whole song for her.
You had Maxine look like she was the sorriest motherfucker on there, and then you built her up to basically overpower. It's like I told Josh earlier, it's just like Jay and Gunther.
Yeah. Yep.
You build her up to get her to the spot that she wants to be a title holder, and then you take it away. Why? Because of a honeymoon? What's that damn honeymoon? Go get your coins and build your rep up.
I like that answer. You know, I'm already sitting down. I'm comfortable. I've got my Dr. Pepper and my Whataburger cup from earlier.
Eat Becky ass alive. Let's go.
He's about to fucking snap. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the mute button at?
Up close and personal.
Becky.
Oh, no.
My sweet little C. See you in Titletown. You're a bitch.
Oh.
You're a hoe. You got to fucking go. I've never seen a redhead as dead as you. How the fuck can you live life when you live in a zoo? I'm not hating on Becky, really. Here's what's happening, really. WWE PR is like, hey, guys, we fucked up. Maxine really not really supposed to be champion.
Yep, that's
she's not getting the fucking pop. She's not getting this. She's not getting that. She's hot as fuck. Let's just stick her on the fucking calendar and, have somebody else have the strap. Oh, wait, Becky's still there. Becky still wants the title. Let's give it to Becky. Anybody else want the title? No. Nobody wants it. All right, Becky, go the fuck in there and just pin her. Pin her as sloppily as you can fucking do. Make it as cheap as a fucking match you can possibly do. Try to make it a little bit more than the $5 you charge for a blowjob, but still go ahead and make it in there to the point where it's a little bit believable. Unlike we know you spit, because spitters are quitters. So just make it a little bit believable.
He just ate big ass up.
Yeah, literally ate her ass up. Yeah, that's my job.
Becky needs to clean that ass out. That's a dirty fucking ass.
And she wears squirrels.
Wow. I'm sure she's put squirrels places too.
Now, I will say this match was horrible. Miss Maxine looked she looked horrible in this match. There was that one move she did in the middle of the ring that looked like the unprettier, but it wasn't. Becky still sold it because that's what she does. And when Maxine lost the title, the ref had to tell her to put her shoulder down because her shoulder wasn't down, and she never even tried to kick out of the pin when Becky had her hand on the rope. This match was fucking disgusting. I would even give it a half a star if I was rating it. The fact that I see why they put it back on Becky. It's like, ooh, Maxine needs to go back to the drawing board. Maxine
put it on Ivy.
Maxine looked worse than Jade, and that's saying something because I think Jade needs to go back to the drawing board as well because she's great at the big moves that she does, but she's not safe. And Maxine, while she's a little bit safe, I can see the daggers in her eyes right now. She's like, you better not be talking about my Jade.
Did you compare Jade to Maxine?
I did.
Jade has gotten better, which is why she is holding the strap. Am I going to say that Jade is perfect and Jade is as clean as CM Punk is?
No.
But still, Jade has gotten a lot better.
But I will acknowledge that a lot of people on the internet were confused when Becky came out in the attire she was wearing. I knew right away what it was. I'm like, dude, that's the uniform she wears in the new Star Trek show coming out next week. And people are like, what? I'm like, dude. And I had to go to the internet and screenshot a photo and go, here, nerds. She's wearing, her gear is resembling that.
She looked like a yellow Martian.
How dare you?
Looked like.
How dare you?
She finally wore a new outfit. Kudos to Becky.
She's still a hoe.
How dare you? Moving on. Our next topic. This podcast has been very vocal about the whole Jey Uso push about a year ago. Now, my question to both of you is why give Jey Uso the main event push that he had last year only to put him back with his brother back with Jimmy, but not only that, but put him as a tag team and then give them the tag team gold right before the end of the year. Why give him that push when you're going to put him right back where he was before? Ms. Nicole, I'll ask you that question first.
They had nowhere else to put him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's just being honest. They had nowhere else to put Jimmy. They have too many top stars right now that are actually in that title picture. And he wasn't one of them, and Jimmy wasn't one of them. And also because the Raw tag team division was ass. Let's just be honest. So to give them a little bit more pizzazz, let's go bring the Usos back, who everybody loves.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You will never see me do that.
That's because you're a hater.
No. Okay. You know what? I'll get to my perspective in a minute, but Charles, go ahead and throw in your 2 cents on this.
So apparently Jay's championship run or main event status has been
revoked.
Yeah. I mean, it's been, his main event status is gone. The TSA went ahead and pulled it and gave him back his tag team card. And I think that's where it needs to be because Jay, he can win some big matches, but I just don't see him. I see him as a Sami Zayner. He is just not a very formidable force. People can throw him around. To listen, dude,
Not too much now. Not too much.
U.S. title, IC title, that's definitely within your grasp. But the tag team does sound good, and I agree. I actually agree with Miss Nicole because Jimmy didn't have anywhere to go. He was just kind of hanging around like a herpes rash that just wouldn't go away, and there was no real home for him. And Jimmy, listen, Jimmy's gonna have a family here, and
They're gonna have to write him off.
Yeah, we need to go ahead and make some money before you start going ahead and get that paternity leave. And what better way to get some money by getting tag team title belt money?
Yep.
And you're right, that tag team division is, I wouldn't say ass, I would say I would say hemorrhoidy. Really, it's just it's kind of dirty. It needs a little bit cleaning going on there. It's like time to put it in the shower and rinse it off real good. But why not bring the Usos back? I would like to go ahead and get rid of the whole "It's Just Me" Us song because
Now I don't agree with them coming out to Jay's music.
It's not just you Us anymore. It's back to the Usos,
which is gonna bring my heel turn that I'm so desperately waiting for.
Yep.
You think about Jay's heel turn?
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, we saw that, but then all of a sudden it's like this tag team stuff happening. Now all of a sudden it's like a rebirth of Jay.
I think they're using the theme music as a target for his heel turn.
Yeah,
I really do think they're going to play into that.
As long as they're still champions, you ain't going to see no rival going on. It's going to be when they lose it and who they lose it to.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Who's out there that's really a big baller? New Day?
No.
Street Profits?
Hell no. Now Street Profits, I would.
Yeah, but they're on SmackDown though, so that's not going to happen. Let me clarify something real quick. I don't hate anybody in WWE except for Seth Rollins. He's the only one I hate. But
because no reason why
Seth Rollins and love Becky.
I loved Becky before Seth Rollins. Let me clarify. I've never been a fan of Seth Rollins. I thought he was the weak wheel in the Shield, but yet he's the one that turned. Whatever. I think, and we talked about this before we went live, is that what they did with Jey Uso this past year is almost identical to what they did with Daniel Bryan right around WrestleMania 30. The crowd wanted it. They gave it to him. Crowd popped. It was great. Same thing with Jey Uso. When he won the Rumble, and it was Cena versus Jey, and I'm like, dude, John Cena's going to win this Rumble. There's no...
I called it from day one.
There's no... Oh, so you were day one-ish. Okay, cool. I'm like, there's no way John Cena is losing this match. And he did. And I'm like, okay, cool. Jey Uso's getting a push. And I didn't agree with it. I thought there were other people that could have done just as good, if not better. But I'm like, you know what? Let's see what he does with it. And he wins the belt. And then a lot of what happens with up-and-comers is that they win the title and then nothing happens. It's all about... You get there, and it's like, okay, now what do we do? And he had it for what, 2 months before he dropped it? Yeah, like less than 2 months. And then he dropped it right back to Gunther. And why are we doing this? Why are we giving it the same thing with the Becky match? Why are we dropping it right back to the person that he won it from? Makes no sense. On the other podcast that I do, I always forget the name. The Wrestling Rewind. We were talking about, how strong or weak the tag team division is. The tag team division on WWE is weak. There are no dedicated tag teams anymore. The fact that we have 2 tag team titles for each show, they should do what the women do. Unify one, and they go on both shows because there's not enough tag teams to justify 2 tag team division belts.
I did see the War Raiders could be another one.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you're right. It's very minimal. It's not enough.
No. But another point I want to bring up is that Jay in tag team, especially back in the day, and I compare this to the barber shop when Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty. In the world of wrestling and tag teams, you're either Shawn Michaels or you're Marty Jannetty. And they tried to make Jey Uso Shawn Michaels, and it failed. Now he's Marty Jannetty. He's back in the tag team. Don't get me wrong, the Usos are a great tag team. They work great. They're brothers. Of course, they're going to have that kind of chemistry. They're freaking family. But at the same time, I do feel like, the whole comparisons to Baby Roman are going to build up. They're going to get heated. And when they lose those belts to whoever it is, that's when that heel turn is going to happen. And that's going to write Jimmy off to go help Naomi with the new baby. And I'm hoping that the Jey heel turn is just full of hate. I want it to be just fueled by hate, because the top heel in the company right now, besides Drew, is Gunther. So he's got a long way up to go. I'm sorry. She does not like Gunther either. But, you can't take away what Gunther has done the past couple of years. He's been fairly impressive.
No, and he's a good heel. So
he is.
I mean, Nicole, you got to respect that he is a good heel and that he knows how to work. That's what you have to respect. Love him or hate him.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, he's a good heel because he don't give a shit.
Exactly.
That's what makes him a great heel.
Right.
But
that don't mean I like his goddamn ass.
Oh, no, we're not saying you have to. We're not saying you have to.
I just don't like going to Chop City every time I watch his match. I just don't.
But then again, if you watch a Ric Flair match, you would see Chop City all the time. So yeah, I get that. That move has been overplayed a lot lately.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. We saw Stephanie Vaquer come out on Raw with what we thought was an injury, but turns out it's legit. They're not going to make her drop the title. She just came out to cut a promo, and she's like, "I'll take on anybody anytime." Raquel Rodriguez comes out, attacks her from behind, and just goes to just completely smash that leg. And I forget if it was the left or the right. I think it was the left, but I could be wrong. My question to you, Charles, has Raquel Rodriguez paid her dues, and is she ready to be the face of the Raw women's division by winning the women's title? Is she ready for that?
I don't know if she is ready to be the face, but I think she definitely deserves a shot. She's big and strong, and I think she would whoop anybody's ass, and that does include Jade. I think she would whoop anybody's ass that's out there, and not have anybody doubt her when she does. Like, oh, you did there's a cheap shot here, a cheap shot there. You know what? Judgment Day isn't a bunch of good people. They're not a bunch of priests. They're a bunch of freaking ruthless assholes. And you know what? Even if she does win the title with a cheap shot from Dom or help from Roxanne, whatever, I think I'd like to see a belt on her, to be honest with you. And I think that's a long time coming.
Mm-hmm. Nicole, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think Raquel would be I think she's, as of right now, she's the only one who could possibly stand 10 toes with Stephanie to actually make a great match.
Yeah.
I do feel like she could be the face of WWE, especially the face of Raw.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's big, she's tough, like she's actually really pretty too. So
yeah,
I feel like she could be the face. I would love to see the title on her.
She's okay.
I mean,
she has too many man qualities that made me question her junk. I'm just saying, just a little bit.
Really, Charles?
Hey, listen, they talking. I say like how I feel.
Fair.
Becky's a streetwalker, and I think freaking
his Becky is great. Becky is well documented. But can we at least agree it's not Nikki Bella? Can we at least all agree on that?
Nikki needs to go straight to that fourth stage of hell and stay there.
No, she needs to
go. I'm sick of her ass.
She needs to go with her 22-year-old NFL boyfriend, seriously.
Exactly. You couldn't find a man your own age.
Well, it's only a matter of time before they get divorced or break up anyway. So
yeah.
Let's just go another belt. She needs to keep her youth, apparently.
Me and
Even
Nicole talked about this before.
Even though that's been run through a train and back.
Me and Nicole talked about this before we went live, is that if Raquel were to win the title, that's gonna cause a major uproar in the locker room with the Judgment Day, because Roxanne and Liv both want that title. So fantasy booking here, and we talked about this earlier. I think if Raquel were to win the title, she becomes a face because she'll be kicked out of the Judgment Day because of the fact that Liv will be like, it was my turn to win this, and and then Raquel could be like, oh yeah, well you're Dirty Dom's second choice, and she could just throw all kinds of shade in her face, and it would all be legit because Liv made Dom pick her over Rhea, which I thought was stupid. In reality, not in wrestling. The wrestling world, it made sense, but in reality, like, dude, why would you go from Rhea to Liv? You downgraded. So,
right.
Yeah. I didn't have this on the top, but we're coming up on almost time. But I want to ask both of you guys, with the Rumble around the corner, your early Rumble picks. These can change, but for the men's and the women's match, Miss Nicole, who do you think? First, we'll start with the men's. Who do you think is the early favorite to win the Rumble this year?
I'm going with Roman.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, I'm going with Roman. I want to see that Drew versus Roman. If they're going to keep the title on Drew through Mania, I need to see a Drew and Roman so we can go ahead and squash the person who actually caused you to get your ass whooped.
Fair. Charles, who would be your early pick?
If Paul Heyman's still by his side, I see Braun.
Yeah, and I'm torn between Braun and Gunther, one of the two, just because I know. I see the judgment in your eyes right now. I see it all the way across the stage.
That just makes me cringe. Gunther, no. Let him try to be the legend killer. Let him stay over there and do what he do.
You know what? That makes more sense to me.
See, the thing is, you can't chop somebody over the rope, so he's not the person that's
I'm gonna agree with Charles. I'm gonna pick Braun. I think his time is coming. But I know the internet, after Cody lost yesterday, they were like, "Oh, they should let Cody win the Rumble." I'm like, "No, not 3 in a row. Wasted opportunity there. Don't do it." And then flip it around, Charles. Who's the women's favorite to win the Rumble this year?
Bianca Belair.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
It's time to go ahead and whip that whip.
All right. And Bianca versus Jade, I think, would be a pretty good match, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I can get behind that. Granted, Bianca would have to carry it, but hey, whatever. Nicole, who was your favorite?
That was my pick. Was Bianca. Bianca was my pick, but I want Bianca to go against Stephanie.
If Stephanie still has it.
If Stephanie still has the belt at Mania, I want it to be Bianca. Switch it up. Put Bianca against Stephanie on Raw. And then we can get the Jade later on.
This is a tough spot because I know Becky's not going to go for the Rumble.
Hell no.
Now, this is also in Saudi Arabia, so depending on
they gonna boo the women anyway.
What talent wants to go there anyway?
That's true.
Some people may opt out.
For now, especially with everything going on between her and Charlotte, my early pick is Alexa Bliss. Right now, I mean, that could change. This is early. This is early picks, but I feel like Alexa hasn't had the belt in a minute. I think I know you want to put the burden of the work on the younger talent, but I also feel that a Jade versus Alexa Bliss match would be pretty good. And plus, Alexa is so over with the crowd that it just kind of makes sense. And she's more than paid her dues. But I think it's going to come down to where Alexa and Charlotte are going to break up their quote unquote friendship to the point where she's going to go, I'm just going to go do my own thing. And it is what it is. But we have a couple of weeks to justify those picks. That's not till the end of the month anyway. But that will conclude this particular episode of the Jazz Zodiac podcast. Miss Nicole, you want to promote your socials and all your other cool stuff? The floor is yours.
Yes. So, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at girlieslove_wrestling2. You can also now catch me on the Women's Queen Cypher podcast that is on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
All right. Before, when we get off the air, make sure you send me those links and I'll put them in the description down below.
Definitely.
Charles, are you going to promote your show or are you still on a hiatus?
No, it's still on hiatus.
Damn it, I haven't got my Charles Richardson fixed lately. What the hell, man?
I don't know. I may wait till after my birthday. So I may wait until I turn 48 and then go from there.
When is that? 10 years from now?
27th this month.
Oh, no shit. Your birthday's this month?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
But anyway, for anybody that knows, it's a 2-hour uncensored show. We do it live. And of course, it's on podcast on Facebook and YouTube and a few internet radio stations that carry me. Love them all. So when we do get back, it is a live show. Feel free to go ahead and join in on the Facebook or YouTube chat. And of course, we do have a call-in number as well.
Oh, yeah. John, before you start, I said it wrong. It's the Wrestling Queens Cypher.
See, that makes a difference. Like,
yeah.
I went to Nicole's site that she said, and it's not what I thought it was.
It is the rest. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's all gravy. Don't feel bad. I have my other podcast. I can never get the name right. And I'm the one that created the damn thing. I'm like, what's it called?
I didn't create it, so you know.
Yeah, I created it, and even I'm like, I don't remember. And my brother and my friend are always like, dude, what the hell, man? I'm like, hey, bro, I can edit it out. It's all gravy. I will have the description or their links in the description down below. I am actually doing a new podcast for a gentleman over in Dublin, Ireland, who's impressed by my Becky Lynch information. He was like, I'm impressed by how much you know. I'm like, I read the book. It's all in the book.
Yeah.
It's called the
and barter for an hour.
Wow. Wow. It's called The Wrestling Rewind. I will have the link in the description down below. Also, The Real Movie Critics. Hey, I got it right on the first try. Don't have to edit it out. We just dropped an episode on Saturday, Ghostbusters 2, starting with the new year. Next week, we'll be doing From Dusk Till Dawn for its anniversary. I think it's the 30th anniversary of that particular movie. But you can find The Wrestling Rewind on YouTube as well as Spotify. The Real Movie Critics on same thing, Spotify, YouTube. I still have not put that podcast on Apple Podcasts, and I just keep forgetting to do it. I'm going to do it today. I keep forgetting. And of course, you're here at the Jazz Zodiac podcast, which you can Google search us and you'll find us. But we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as YouTube, TikTok, and the Facebook. So with that being said, for the lovely Miss Nicole and the ever so lovely Mr. Charles, I am the Jazz Zodiac. This has been the Jazz Zodiac podcast. And until we meet again, remember, in a world of Superman, be the Green Lantern. We'll see you next time.